Welcome to Adulting Decrypted. We are your hosts.
I'm Gene, and I'm starting my first year of college.
I'm Ashton. I'm a music performer, composer, and educator.
I'm Gideon, a high school senior.
I'm Roscoe, the dad. Those are my three sons, and this is Adulting Decrypted, where we discuss ways to become adults and the things we need to know to be successful at life.
I would like to formally welcome everyone to the season finale of Season 7 of Adulting Decrypted.
Let's go!
Yay!
Oh my gosh, was that a girl?
No. Just kidding. We have won a battle that we've been fighting for a long time, so we're excited to have it happen. We'd like to introduce Mom to the podcast.
Thank you.
Nice. Well, we have Mom here today because we wanted to play a game, and it was more fun with 2 teams of 2, and it could keep me out, and it allowed me to prepare said game. So here's what we're going to play. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to call it the Adulting Decrypted Quiz. Let's see, I know.
That's a good name.
What we're going to do is there's 5 questions that take us through the years of Adulting Decrypted, and everyone's going to get a chance to answer, and we'll kind of hash out some topics that we've talked about. Teams, here's your rules.
Well, first off, who are the teams?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Let's see. We have Team 1, Team 2. Team 1, introduce yourselves and tell us your team name. Team 2, that'll give you a second to think about it.
Hey, I'm Gideon. This is my teammate.
Gene, and we
Are the Chicken Bakes.
That's a great name. And Chicken Bakes, what would you say your team philosophy is? Like if someone was like, who is the Chicken Bakes? What would you say you are?
Dude, we're no chickens, and we bake it.
I love that. I
we're
love
tan, and we are just absolute units.
that. We're no chickens. We're baked tan units. Got
yes,
it.
sir.
I've got
Yes,
that
sir.
saved. All right, Team 2, let's hear it. What's your team name? And
Well, first off, we have
philosophy?
to tell you who we are. I'm the dad,
And I'm the mom.
and we're team parents. And
I'm going to call it
funny.
Team Apparent because that's funny. All right.
wait, you didn't ask us our philosophy.
Oh, yeah. What's your philosophy, Team Apparent?
Michelle, you get to tell the first part of it.
Our philosophy is
Mom believes in being kind, and I believe in kicking your trash.
Yo, let's
so
go.
we're swell together.
It's a well-balanced team.
First they're sweet, then they're sour.
Oh, Team Apparent is sour patching it. So, here's what's going to happen. I've got 5 questions. If you give me a perfect answer, you get 3 points. If you give me a close-ish answer, I get to use my discretion to give you 1 or 2 points. And you'll know that I had you pull up Type Racer because I thought it'd be entertaining to have you guys race each other. And each round, we'll play 1 round of Type Racer for an extra bonus point. Okay? So to start it off, and to see who starts in the lead, we're going to play 1 game of Type Racer. So, Team Chicken Bake, Team Apparent, pick your fighter. Who is going to participate in the first race?
The dad.
The dad's in the first race.
You know what? I'll go on this race
Okay.
because both of us know that we're not going to beat Dad, but I'm sure Gideon can beat Mom.
Okay.
He didn't say
Like
we had to
plan.
rotate.
Did everyone click into the race? This says I'm the only one in here. There it is. I got someone else. Who's the orange car?
That's me.
All right, and Dad's
That's
the
us
yellow
Chicken
car?
Bake.
Actually, Gene, you are the
We're
green
green.
car.
That's not bad.
I see an orange and a red
Oh,
and a green.
okay. So all the colors are different. That's okay. Just remember your word per minute. You'll have you under it. I am in there too.
Oh,
If
then
you
I'm
beat
orange.
If you beat me, I'll give you 2 points instead of 1. Ready for this? All right. It's gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Can build a prison of stone and steel, but you merely present the prisoner with a challenge. Any truly determined man will find a way out. I figured I could just share a little bit of what we're typing. That is what we're typing. So, Mom, what's your favorite color?
Blue. How about you?
You know, I didn't think this through. Blue's a cool color. Why do you like blue, Mom?
It reminds me of the ocean.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, it looks like our first race is coming close to a conclusion.
It's close.
I should probably clean my screen. I saw a couple periods in there that weren't existing.
All right. Well, so that is 1 point to the apparents, and no one gets a double point because I won. All right.
Oh, jeez.
All I'm
So
going to say is I did get my high score in words per minute of 32. It's not a
Yeah,
lot.
That's
let's
awesome.
Go team. Go
you
team.
Yes, I
got
got.
you got 32. Dad got 55, 50, and I got an okay score. It was 77. Okay, so
It was okay.
here's the first question. I've done better. Okay, in our episode, Keeping It Clean, how long after completing a project did Gideon say he left his room dirty? This is a quote directly from the episode.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. So in this episode, we were talking about the importance of keeping clean and keeping our spaces nice so we could be creative and productive.
I remember he always smells his towel before he uses it. Is that worth a bonus point?
Did I say that?
No, we're going to keep that one out. Yeah, but that's a valuable, important thing to remember, okay? So we were talking about, habits and how sometimes when we do stuff, we might not clean up after ourselves. Gideon said, yeah, for example, I might work on a Lego project and I'll leave my room dirty for blank. What was the period of time that Gideon said he would leave his room dirty?
Is it closest without going over?
Yes.
Gideon, I like how you're the one
But
most
if
concerned about
if
this.
you both go over, I'll give the point to whoever's closest. So I'm going to give you a countdown timer.
Dude, do you know?
10, 9,
This was your quote.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reveal your answers. And I think on 3. 1, 2, 3, flip.
3 days across the
3
board.
We both
days
said-
each.
Dad did say
Yeah.
forever, though.
He did put forever first. Oh, we're in a tie. Okay, I'll tell you this. You're both wrong. You're both not over.
Dang.
So I'll let you go one more time.
Ooh.
Okay? And hopefully we can get different answers this time. This time you only have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. 3, 2, 1, flip.
A
5
week.
days, a week.
Well, wait. Dad said forever plus 5 days. That is way over.
He's just calling you out for never cleaning your room, boss.
That's infinity plus
He's
5.
just doing artwork.
Well, Gene wins with a week. Quoted exactly from the episode. You ready for this? This is going to be a fun. Yeah, and I think it's really important to remember because I know I definitely do that in my own room at least. I'll spend a day doing something, some sort of project, and then the trash and leftover is left out until a month later when this has been annoying. So the correct answer is a month.
Oh my goodness.
So do we get 2 points or only 1?
I'll give you 2 because you guys tied the first time.
Hold the phone.
Gideon said he leaves trash in his room for at least a month. So
Where'd you get your first answer from?
What do you mean?
When you said a week.
He was closest.
That was my answer. And
Well,
that was
yeah,
the
but didn't you
closest.
say that was moving on, I guess?
I was the most correct out of
So-
the two of us.
So the episode was all talking about keeping it clean. And since the 4 of us have kind of weighed in, Mom, what would you say? Why is it important to keep a clean space, clean home?
Well, I find that when it's clean, you just feel better about your.
Hello. If you're listening to this right now, that means you're currently listening to an episode of Adulting Decrypted. And let me just say thank you. My name's Ashton, one of the hosts of Adulting Decrypted, and I wanted to steal a quick second of your time to do a shameless little plug. If you've listened to our podcast for any sort of time, you know that we talk about a bunch of different stuff all about adulting. Because our goal is to help individuals in this task we call adulting. Now, we have just revamped the way that we do this. If you go to adultingdecrypted.com, you can see all of our episodes sorted out by category. We've sorted it into financial, practical, emotional, social, and things just for fun. So, if any of those categories are of particular interest to you right now, you can go onto the website, look through there, and see all of our episodes that correlate with that specific thing. This website's completely free to use. It's just another tool for our listeners to find things that are more important to them now. So, for example, if I was looking at it, I'd scroll through and say, hey, you know what? I want to see what the Adulting Decrypted crew has talked about socially. Well, one of our first episodes, Season 1, Episode 3, How Do I Talk to People? That's where we talked about all how to talk to people. So if that's something you want right now, you can go find that right now. Also in this one, Season 3, Episode 15, The Power of a Humble Mediator, where we talked to one of my old bosses about his business as a mayor, also as a small theater owner. Some really cool stuff. So, if you're looking for a better way to organize through all your self-help podcasts, try adultingdecrypted.com and enjoy the rest of the episode.
And you can actually find things and don't get frustrated when things are dirty.
I agree. I definitely have gotten that frustration of like, oh my gosh, I can't find something. Or like if you're tense and then a piece of trash falls over, you just want to hit something.
Trash falls over.
I don't know. Just trying to connect. I'm not used to you being here. I don't know how to deal with it.
Am I making you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. All right. Everyone feel like we've properly covered that? I don't know. Adulting host, do you guys want to talk about keeping it clean at all?
So Gideon, is it still a month?
Mom, actually, you complimented me today earlier. Oh, your room is so clean.
You did just barely clean it, but when did you clean it before that?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't know. As clean as, like, as deep as I had just cleaned it, definitely more than a month.
Nice. Now it's time for the bonus point round. If you raced last time, you don't get to race this time. So join on in that race.
I hope you have something else to talk about while I'm typing.
It's a long paragraph.
Okay.
It's a long one.
Who hasn't joined? Gideon, have you not joined?
We joined first.
I'm on this. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. And we are starting the race. Where's the prompt? I don't have a prompt.
Did you click join race?
I didn't join. Well,
we often believe the more we practice a skill or technique over and over again, many times, the better we'll get. This is not necessarily true. In fact, every time you practice a technique,
I figured out how to join.
Incorrectly, you're increasing your chance of doing it wrong again. It's easy to become very experienced at repeating the same mistake. Practice doesn't make perfect. Only perfect practice makes perfect.
I haven't finished yet. I'm sorry.
So, Dad, how do you feel about that statement of only perfect practice makes perfect?
I think very few things in life are truly perfect, but I think the better we put forth the effort during a practice, we will get better results in said game or situation. And that's why it's very critical that as you're planning a game or you're striving to perform or do something, that you actually take it serious and that you try and perform at your highest level. Because then when game time comes, you'll do the best that you're capable of doing. You know, the interesting word there was perfect to me, Gene, because I don't believe there's any such thing as perfect practice, but I believe there's good and consistent practice.
Yeah, that phrase kind of reminds me of how you were teaching me about golf swings and how when I'm doing the motion, even when I'm doing my warm-up or practice swing, I have to do it how I want to actually do it when I hit the ball. I can't just start from the middle and then go to the follow through. You got to do everything how you want it.
And you know, something that goes along with that too, that I quote and was preached to about when I was in college was excellent, not perfection. There's a difference between the two. You can have an excellent performance in whatever you're doing, but it doesn't mean it was perfect. It just means it was top tier.
You know, and Gene, it's quite interesting. I like the golf analogy because we were just doing that the other night. When I realized that you were doing just kind of a back half swing and trying to follow through because you're looking at one part of your technique and it was linking the whole thing. So that's a great observation for trying to link a whole process or a project together.
Let me just say that I was using Gene's computer and the backspace is in a different spot that I'm used to. So I kept trying to spam backspace and it just spammed different letters. I just wanted to say that for my awful performance. Moving on.
Okay, very well. So the point goes to Gideon and his awful performance.
It's true.
Okay, we're going to switch up the game for the next one. I have a new plan. But that was fun. Now everyone's got a turn. Not fun. I had fun with it. I'm a nerd. I could play that game for fun on my own. All right. I didn't mean to pick on Gideon twice, but that's just kind of how it happened. In the episode, The Languages of Love, we all took a love language test. The question is, what was Gideon's top love language? If you get it right, you get 3 points. And for every following love language in order, I'll give you another point. If you guys want to know all of the love languages, I'll list them off for you real quick.
Yes, please.
In no particular order. You have words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, quality time, and gifts. Those are the love languages that we took our test on. Gave us percentages of how much of those we had.
Do I get a bonus if we get both Gene and Gideon's?
Sure.
No.
I'm the host
can
here.
we get bonus points if we guess both Gene
You
and
are
Gideon?
Gene and
No, you're
Gideon.
Gideon.
What if I guess yours and Dad's?
I don't know what mine was, and I don't know what
I
Dad's
do.
was. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I know Dad's do.
No, you don't.
Okay, no bonus points will be given. Just let us know when you're ready for us to reveal our answers.
All right, here we go. The reveal in. Well, actually, we should do these in order. Okay. So on the count of 3, Mom and Gideon, I want you to say what the top one was. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Quality time.
Yeah, quality time.
That's correct. Yay!
Woo.
You both get 3 points.
I said it first, so I should get 4.
Well, we were just doing it at the same time. It's okay. All right. So now here comes the next fun part. Mom, in order. Oh, did you guys not do the rest of them? You could get bonus points if you guys said all of Gideon's in order.
Yep, he did say that.
This was mentioned.
I'll list them off again. You can try. You have to get. Actually, I'm changing the rule though. You have to get them all in order.
3?
So here's all the love languages that we did.
Are they all the love languages in order? Or just the top
All
3?
of the love languages in Gideon's order of like that they were love languages to him.
She's asking, did it go to all 7 different love languages, or
Yeah.
does it only go out to 3?
There's 5 love languages.
It was all 5, and they all added up to 100% of his love language.
Yeah, but quality times 2 words. So give me that.
Okay, quality time. Here's all of them in no particular order. Quality time, acts of service, gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation. I'll read them one more time. Quality time, physical touch, acts of service, gifts, words of affirmation. You have to get them all in order to get the bonus point. Quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, physical touch, acts of service. Those are all 5 of them. 7 if you make quality time, and actually there's so many more words than 7.
Quality time you can make into 2. Acts of service
All
is now
right.
3.
Let's hear Gideon's list first. No, you don't get any more time. You're done. No,
This,
you
this
don't-
is yours. You should already know
You were
this. by heart.
surprised I didn't already have it.
If
Gideon.
you 1 second me one more time, you don't get a chance towards these points. Tell me
Okay.
them in order.
So the order that I have,
Mm-hmm.
quality time
Okay.
is first,
Okay.
words of affirmation second,
Okay.
acts of service third,
Okay.
touch fourth, gifts is fifth.
Interesting. All right. Mom, Dad, let's hear what you got.
Quality time,
Okay.
words of affirmation,
All right.
physical touch,
All right.
acts of service, and the gifts.
Nice. Well, I hate to tell you guys this, but no one gets the bonus point.
Dang.
Fun fact, Gideon's 5 love languages in order of importance to him, according to the quiz, was quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, then gifts.
I was so wrong.
I was so close. I forgot that he was dating a girl at the time, so I messed up the physical touch part. It
No.
was supposed to be higher.
Oh my goodness.
So, anyone want to speak on the importance of knowing your love language? We talked about it in the episode. I mean, Mom, we can pick on you because you weren't there for it, but anyone can jump in if they want to.
I know I'll jump in because I hosted that episode. So it is nearer and dearer to my heart than other ones just because it was one that I hosted. One reason why I think it's important even now is not only knowing your own, but also being able to figure out others. Because if you know how you show love and you're able to figure out how they feel that love, you can be able to match those up so that they're feeling the love that you're trying to express. If quality time is the highest, like it was for, I think, all of us at the time,
Did you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was all of us.
and say it was on the bottom of someone else's and they were more into gifts, then us hanging around with them all the time, they'd be like, yeah, sure, they like me, but I don't really feel that love.
Mm.
Even though to us, it's like, oh yeah, I was spending all the time with them. Like, I love them. And that's why I think it's important.
I like that. Thanks. Anything anyone wants to add to that?
Yeah, I think I was surprised on Gene's at that time. His high up there, probably number 2, was gifts. And I know that after we learned that, it was very helpful for Mom and I when Gene was on his mission that we knew to send him some more gifts than we probably would have otherwise. And actually, Mom still did it. She just sent him a gift a couple weeks ago when he was down at college.
I did. I wanted to make sure that I included something for St. Patrick's Day or Easter. Just a little, it doesn't even have to be much, but just something to show that you're thinking.
Nice. I like that. It might have helped too when he was on his mission. He was still in the country, so he didn't have to work through a third party.
That was very helpful.
For those who don't know, I was in Australia, and Mom was really good at finding the neighbors and friends in there to send me stuff.
My perfect angels.
Yep. All right, we're switching up the game. I have sent a new email link, and this time we're playing a game that most will be familiar with called Wordle. And it's whichever team. Have you played today's Wordle already?
Yes, I have.
All right, you have to abstain, and you cannot help.
Dang it. I love
Mom,
this
Dad, you
game.
haven't played today's Wordle yet, have
I
you?
don't even know what it
Okay.
is.
Have not.
Whichever team can guess the word in the least amount of guesses wins. So here's how it works. I'll just read those out as everyone's reading them. So how to play. You guess it in 6 tries. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. The color of the tiles will change to show you how close your guess was to the word. And that's it. If none of us get the word in the tries, whoever gets the most correct letters will win. Correct spots will be worth 2 points. Where's the game?
Looking at this, I don't even know where you start.
So just type in on your keyboard the letters for the word and then press enter when you want to submit a guess. You're not allowed to play or you'll be
He
disqualified.
spelled opera wrong. I was helping him out.
You know what I was trying to
So
spell?
then what do? You hit enter and see if it's right?
Yeah, and it should highlight the tiles.
Okay, so if we got the first 4 letters right, should they all be orange?
The more you talk about this, the more hints you give Gene, so just be careful.
The gray ones are letters that are not included. And this is in the word, but it's not in that.
And then the green ones, which you got a ton of, I'm sure mean they're in the right spot and the right letter.
Gideon is cringing so hard of my.
I'm not cringing.
My
I'm just
word is
not
so-
looking.
So that you don't give any
How
away.
is there a word with no vowels in it? But you used all the other vowels. So.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, Gene, plug your ears real quick.
We could still use an E.
All right. What do you guys have right now on your second word? What word are you on? All right. What word did you just put in? All right. Guess
Yes,
we're
they're
not.
doing fine.
It's fine. All right. Never mind. Gene, just keep playing the game. I was trying to do like a mid-game interview, but they're focused.
Our second.
That's why I had him plug in his ears. It's okay. Just keep playing the game. Gideon, let's talk for a second.
Yeah, want to talk about the word?
No. Let's talk about. Did you get the word?
Almost. One letter off.
He's almost he's 1 letter away.
We're in guess 3.
Oh. Here's hoping you can figure out what those 3 letters are, or 1 letter is. All right, Gideon. So this Wordle actually is going to work out pretty well, because the next question is going to fall right into it. So you and I are going to play a mini game.
Yeah.
Can you guess what our next question's going to be about?
Yes, I can. I'm
What's
not
your
going to
guess?
say it, though.
What's your guess? It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean what the question. It's not going to tell you what the question is.
We're done.
Boom, got
Okay,
it.
we got it.
Third
Oh.
try.
Third? What the freak? What was your spread? Let me see. Turn that computer around.
It already locked us out.
You can just click the X.
All right, so let's hear the pass. How you got there, Gene?
So I started with opera,
Mm-hmm.
and so it said E and A was correct. And so I was
That's
like,
a crazy second guess.
you know what? Teams.
Yep.
Teams. Because
Yep.
that helps both of them.
Yep.
And it said, oh, yeah, S is part of it. And so I was like, let's go S-H-A-M-E, shame. Well, let's do shame.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work. And I was like, well, okay, what other word do I know? And I was like, shade. And then you said, like, oh, yeah, it's part of the next episode. I'm like, oh, it's going to be about hair care or something like that. So I'm like, it's shave. All right.
Unfortunately, the Wordle answer has nothing to do with our episode, but the fact that it is Wordle is part of. Anyway, what were you guys' guesses? How'd you get there?
We started with audio. 'cause
Nice,
There's
classic.
lots of vowels.
My favorite
I
starting
learned
point.
that from you.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then the dad put in savor.
Ooh,
Because it had both the other 2 stupid vowels.
I've never
Or,
heard of quality of vowels, but that's fair.
And so we knew that it had to start with an S. And so with the AVE, I figured it had to be at the other end.
But she kept putting an X in there and it was pissing me off because I didn't see an X.
I was using that as a place saver.
You learned. We've played this a lot.
We play it during sacrament meetings on occasion.
Nice. I've given the point to Team Apparent. Here's the question. In Season 1, Episode 5, we did a word debate. The final words we debated were should versus need. When prompted for the first sentence that came to mind in reference to the word should, what was Gene's answer? What sentence did he give? When prompted to give a sentence that included the word should. Ready, set, go. Write it down.
I liked Gene's guess better than my own. So we're going with Gene's.
I don't even know if this is correct. I remember it's something that
Yeah, no, me neither. But that was 4 years ago. So
Do we all have our guesses? All right. Who would like to reveal first?
I can.
All right, Gene, go.
I don't know if it's correct, but I know it was something that we said a lot was don't should all over yourself.
Ooh, that's a good answer. All right.
it's up
Team-
there, Steve. It's up there.
Team of parents.
Good answer.
I should turn off my phone.
Ooh, that's a good answer too. All
It's
right.
not up there, Steve.
Yes, it is.
We're going to give team apparent the point
I
singular
swear if mine was right.
for being close because you guys started with the right 2 words.
I should shave, huh? Is that where
No.
the
I
word
should
No.
clean my room.
All right, quick fire. Whoever gets it first gets another point.
I should shower.
No.
I should do my homework.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Gene said he should do his homework. Okay, so we talked about should versus need. Do you remember why we talked about it? Anyone want to weigh in on the difference between should and need real quick? Before
Like
we
if
move
you
on?
should do something versus if you need to do something.
And why was it? It was really important to me at the time. I guess I can talk about it, but I'm kind of curious what we remember. It was a while ago.
It was about how to get motivated and not shame yourself for actions you're not doing. And so the concept is that instead of should, I should do this and I should do that. And then to Gene's point, I shouldn't should all over myself. So instead it was time to stop and say, I need to do this and I want to do this and I get to do this.
That's exactly what it was. That was really important to me because that was a learning point for me. That's why we talked about it. Anyone else want to weigh in that before we move on?
No, I like that.
Like that? Okay. Well, our next game, something I'm trying to figure out if I can make it work.
Please don't make it another New York Times game.
Have you played all of them?
Yes, I have.
Here's what we'll do. Ready? Mom and Gene, you get to play rock, paper, scissors. Winner gets a point.
Whoa. Best of one.
Best of one.
Okay, I'm going to call Gene's, and Dad, you're going to call Mom's. As in, like, when they throw it, you have to say what they say, because the person listening cannot see.
The only person? Ouch. The listener. Okay, yes. We're ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
Is it 1, 2, 3, go, or is it
Rock,
one,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
shoot.
Scissors.
Dang it.
You gotta go again.
Are your hands cold?
Gene's all warmed up. Are you ready, honey?
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
Paper.
Rock.
Take that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so the chicken bakes get another point.
Yes, sir. I forgot that was our name. That's kind of funny.
All right. In season 6, episode 3, Dad says he doesn't believe that people are truly lazy. What does he say he actually believes?
Bro, I can't read that.
You just type it in the top.
That's what popped in my head first, so we'll just go with that.
Still waiting for Team Chicken Bakes to finish their answer.
Oh, we're ready.
Well, we're trying to figure out a good way to combine our 2 ideas
All
into
right,
the
all right.
same idea.
Who would like to go first, Team Apparent or Team Chicken Bakes?
A parent.
All right, Team Apparent, let's hear it. What's your answer?
Scared to fail.
Ooh.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Good answer.
The answers that me and Gideon came up with was they are unmotivated because they don't know their why.
Ooh. I have to give it to Team Chicken Bakes.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Now that's not
I didn't think
exactly
we had it.
that's not exactly what was said, but it was very close. This is exactly what was said. Let me make sure I've got it pulled up. Okay. This is what Dad says. See, I used to think people were lazy. A lot of times I'd be like, "Oh, that person's lazy." Then as I really think about it, most people could be lazy, let's be honest. There's probably a small percentage of people that are truly lazy, but I think most people just can't get clear on what they want.
That is like word for word our answer.
Pretty much.
If you read between the lines.
Exactly.
No, I think they had it pretty close. You know, though, another great thing about lazy is that we have a new blog post out about overcoming laziness. So check that out if you're still struggling with that. There's some. Get in. Take it away.
Tips and tricks. Actually, when you say new, brand new, posted to like an hour ago. So make sure to go and check that out. We always love you guys looking at our blog posts because I put a lot of work into them, and I'd love for you to see them.
Nice.
Woo-woo.
Anyone have anything else they want to weigh in? Do you think people are truly lazy, Mom?
I think some people are, yes. And then other people just don't know how to handle their time, get overwhelmed with the day-to-day stuff. So they end up doing nothing instead of breaking it. Start with.
Yeah. And that episode was titled "How to Get What You Want," and so that's why we were talking about it. It's how do you get to where you want? So if that's something you're looking into right now, season 6, episode 3. All right. Here's the next game. It's been sent to your email. What you do is you play a maze.
Wow.
Something.
First one to finish. Oh well, actually, the quickest time for the first maze wins.
You have an ad going on your computer.
You want it, or do you want me to?
Use your arrow keys
You got it.
I'll run it.
and just tell me the time it took for you to solve your first maze.
8 seconds.
8
Dude.
seconds.
Yikes.
Okay.
It starts going, but it doesn't go all the way.
8
It
seconds.
goes into a random
All
spot.
right, you got to play
seconds.
the second one too. It'll stop at every decision point.
No, you're right. This is hard.
What was your score, Mom?
12 seconds.
12 seconds. Let's see what they get. He's stressing.
11.
Oh, I think we got to do one more as a tiebreaker. On your
Gosh.
mark, get set, go.
Oh, man. Very nice. Very nice.
8 seconds.
Ah, all right.
There you
Has to go to the
Come
chicken
on,
bakes.
son.
Has to go to the chicken bakes.
Chicken and bacon.
But you know what's really good is after this question, it can be tied. Mom and Dad nail the answer to this question, and you guys don't.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is actually the last question too. So, and this one doesn't need to be a verbatim
Hold on.
answer.
Are you saying that we could tie?
Yeah.
Then we should probably make this one worth double. Because
Okay,
we don't want to tie. There has to be a very clear winner and a loser.
that's fair. All right, this one's worth double points. In season 5, episode 6, titled "Is it normal to be afraid or anxious?" we come to the conclusion that yes, it is. And I tell a story about being afraid of something, but not letting that stop me from doing a task. What was I afraid of? And what was the task that I needed to do? I'll give you a hint. It was a chore.
I promise I love you, bro. Just putting that out there.
It was in season 5, episode 6.
I wasn't there.
Tough.
Sounds like somebody should have listened.
Yeah.
I listened to some of them, but I was on mission.
Can you repeat the question?
In season 5, episode 6, titled, "Is it normal to be afraid/anxious?" we come to the conclusion that, yes, it is normal to be afraid and anxious. I tell a story about being afraid of something, but not letting that something stop me from doing a task. What was I afraid of, and what was the task that needed to get done? There's 2 answers there. That's where your double points come from. 3 points for one, 3 points for the other. I might be willing to give points to the most creative, as y'all both look lost. I will add that it was a very specific memory of mine growing up that I was telling the story of.
I was just looking through Buzzsprout.
You can't look. That's cheating.
It didn't give me any hints. I looked through and I was like, I still don't know. I wasn't going to answer. but I still
Oh.
don't know.
Cheating. All right.
Okay, wait.
Time's up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all right. We'll have Gideon go first. What was I scared of? What was the task I needed to do? You could just.
Okay, so what you're afraid of was first?
It doesn't matter. Just tell me both.
Okay, so I think that this childhood memory that you're going back to.
Yep.
You're afraid of a ski hill.
That would
And-
happen.
Therefore, your motivation to get down was the fear of a pole up your bottom. And that's how you overcame.
That is a story, I believe, that has been told on the podcast. And there is some creativity there. So I'm going to need
Thank
to
you, thank
sit
you.
on that for a second. However, that is not what I'm looking for. Team of Parent, what you got?
Well, we think what you're really afraid of is the dark.
Oh, okay.
And Your task was to take the dog for a walk.
Ooh.
Not that creative.
I'm
Definitely
not
not.
But
afraid
it's
of the dark,
true.
I'm afraid of what's in
You guys
the
get 3 points. You don't get all double because it's a 2-part question, and you got half of it correct.
It was the dark.
No.
It was the mountains by yourself.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I knew I
Because of
Yeah.
cows, right?
Listen,
The
jerk.
shade. The shade that
No,
has
it
been
was
thrown.
snakes. It was really scared of
Oh.
snakes.
That's right. It was snakes and taking the dog for a walk. I thought it was dark and taking the dog for a walk.
Ski
Or it
pole.
could have been dogs or cows and taking the dog for a walk.
That's not. It's a valid fear, and anyone who doesn't think so can just go stuff themselves in a blender. Okay.
Wow. Yikes.
Allow me.
Yeah. So I remember telling the story that like I needed to take the dog for a walk in the mountains, but I was scared of snakes, and Dad was telling me how we're allowed to be afraid of things, but we can't let that stop us from doing what we need to / want to do. And that was the whole point of that episode. So, does anyone have anything they want to add? I will say best addition to this conversation gets the tie-breaking point winning.
Ashton,
What's up?
I will restate.
Yep.
I love you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
I love that addition to this conversation. Appreciate it.
And
Right. Yep.
one thing I think it is important to reemphasize is that it is okay to be afraid, because if we're not afraid, we're going to get ourselves hurt more with than one. I
Interesting.
remember that when I went rappelling with the youth group that was here, one thing that he mentioned was if you're not afraid of what could happen, then you're going to get yourself hurt. You got to be able to respect what you're doing and respect that that there are mistakes. In rappelling, like, I mean, there's fatal mistakes.
Yeah.
But in every single decision that we make, I mean, if you're not afraid of maybe hitting another car while you're driving, you're not going to drive as safe. But if you're more aware of it and just be like, oh, I know I'm afraid of this, so these are the things I can do to avoid it, and then that's all I can do, and then you go with that, I feel like that makes it more able to overcome that fear.
That's a really good answer. But it wasn't flattery, so what do you guys got?
We had flattery and a good comment, so
We had both answers that you were
I'm not
looking
gonna
for.
lie. I thought of that joke like 2 seconds into your talking, and as you kept going, I was like, I don't know if I can make it because this is a really good answer, but I had to because it was kind of funny.
That was a very good answer.
You can make Mom cry with how serious that was.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
not yet. But no, it's very important to not let fear overcome you and have you stop doing those things that will help you grow. I know there's plenty of times where we've all been afraid to do things, but what an amazing accomplishment when you can sit back and go, hey, you know what? I was afraid to do that, but I did it. And now look where I'm at now. And it's so important. Just this week, Gene was filling out job applications and needing to talk to people. And he did not want to go to the employment center. And maybe there's a little bit of fear. Maybe it's just the unknown. I think a lot of times that stops us, is the unknown of what's behind door number 2 when we're comfortable with door number 1. But when he got there, he realized that it wasn't as painful as he was anticipating it to be. And he was able to walk away, and yet he was still able to he filled out an application and got a job. So that was pretty neat. This week, and it wasn't as scary as I think he was thinking it was going to be.
Right.
So.
It's really good. And with that, we're still tied because you both gave very good answers. So I have a question. Do we want to end it on a tie, or we can play the newlywed game for 2 seconds? What do you guys want to do?
What's the newlywed game?
All right.
Does
So
that work with Gene and Gideon?
they're newlyweds now. Okay. We're open-minded
Okay.
here.
Sounds
Okay.
Good.
So you hold up your left hand for the person on your left. You hold up your right hand for the person on your right. Or
We have-
yourself. Like you both are sitting in groups. Right.
Okay.
So for this group, if you hold up your right hand, you're voting for Gideon. If you hold up your left hand, you're voting for Gene. Same story. Okay.
voting for us as
First team to agree off rip wins.
Off
Ready?
Rip.
So close your eyes. Ready? Who out of the two of you in your group has the worst handwriting? All right, we both agreed we got to do it again. Who cried during the proposal? Gene and Gideon were the first to agree on that one. They win.
Yeah.
Let's go. Interestingly enough, you and Dad both voted for yourselves.
I couldn't remember which hand. I got confused. I did that earlier too.
Really?
Oh, man.
I really thought
So-
Mom would have been the first guess.
It may be a little rigged, but the chicken bakes won in the end.
It is rigged.
It was
What was
very.
our tagline again?
I erased it. I think it was tan but tender or something.
Anyway,
So
Oh, man.
this is the season finale of Adulting Decrypted for season 7. You guys want to give the people any parting thoughts other than Gideon's usual message?
I think Mom should share Gideon's useful message if she's been listening. I'm just kidding.
wow.
The mouth is agape.
We want her to want to participate.
I know. I want her to participate again. And if you want her to participate again, let us know. We'd love to hear all of your insights and your adulting stories in our different social media platforms. You can find us on Adulting Decrypted in Instagram, Facebook. We have a subreddit too. You can find all of those either through our website, adultingdecrypted.com, or just look them up on the different social media platforms. And we'll maybe even share your stories on the podcast if you want us to. We'd love to.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Adulting Decrypted. We really enjoyed having this week's conversation, and we hope you did as well.
If you ever want to comment on a topic, you can send us a message to our website, adultingdecrypted.com, our email, adultingdecrypted@gmail.com, or through our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn accounts at Adulting Decrypted.
If you have any topics for the show that you would like us to talk about, or if you are a parent and want us to talk about something your kids should know, send us a message on any of the accounts mentioned. If you would like to be a guest or have an idea for someone you think we should have on our show, feel free to send us an email detailing your thoughts to adultingdecrypted@gmail.com. Adulting is teamwork.
We have merch. If you want to show off your Adulting Decrypted pride, check out our website, adultingdecrypted.com, or our partner website with shop.spreadshirt.com/adulting-decrypted.
Lastly, if you enjoyed the show, please consider supporting us on our Patreon at Adulting Decrypted. Along with the benefits that come with our Patreon, and trust us, there are some pretty good ones in there, you will not only be helping us continue in the effort to make great content, but you will be part of a community of individuals all trying their best to adult.
We appreciate you listening, enjoying, and leaving your positive reviews. Now, the special song from Gene and Gideon.